Today I've got some of the best mods that you can download and play in F1 26. Nearly a month has passed since the F1 26 DLC has dropped, and the modding community has been very busy over this time, and that's why today I've got all you gamers covered with all the mods that are best out there for you at the moment. Most of these mods are free and from overtake.gg. There is one paid mod, but that'll be at the end of the video. I've got to start us off here with something that isn't in F1 26 currently, and that is the Macarena wing for both Red Bull and Ferrari. Thanks to Razer, who has done an amazing job of making straight modes for Ferrari, Red Bull and even Audi exactly like real life. SERP Launcher is recommended for installing this mod, and I will link the app itself along with the base files for F1 25 in the description. SERP is the easiest way to install mods in the F1 game, giving you an option to choose what install mods you want to activate in your game once you've transferred the file that you've downloaded into that folder. And once exited after playing that game with the particular mod, your game will return to vanilla, causing little to no problems and saving you from validating the in-game files for a fresh clean game. Back to the Macarena mod now, and it does come with an option to select individual mods. For example, if you don't want to play with the Audi wing but you do want to play with the Red Bull and Ferrari wings, however, you could do just that. You can do a manual installation for this in ERP Archiver, but if I'm honest, just stick to SERP Launcher. The ERP Archiver is more for advanced modders who want to play with the files a little bit more. Of course, the Macarena wing isn't going to be perfect, as it is just a mod which you can see with the wing opening and shutting very quickly, but considering the mod was released only a few days after the DLC's launch, is very impressive. So fair play to Razer for giving us a very early experience of these two wings, which is most likely going to get patched in a later update in the game. A lot of us can be nostalgic from time to time, so to help with this, P0 has given us this mod where you can drive the 2026 cars, but instead of the tyres they're using currently in Pirelli, we have Bridgestones from the 2010 season. And isn't it nice to see some sort of new tyres on these cars? We've been used to Pirelli for the last so many years that we probably forgot about what the older tyres looked like. And it is hard to believe Pirelli has been the sole tyre supplier to F1 for the last 15 years and will continue to do so through 2028. According to P0, the mod does not work in SERP Launcher, so you will need to copy and paste this file into your F1 25 directory. And of course this means you will need to back up your game or validate your game files after not wanting to use this mod anymore. But sometimes this actually does work if you've got the right updated files. In fact, for my luck, it did. So launching this with SERP Launcher does work. So if you want to copy and paste it into your game directory, feel free to do so. But I recommend doing SERP Launcher because that'll make your game a little bit more easier to run and save you time as well. But overall, the mod is very well detailed and it's a very nice touch to see the Bridgestones back. Want even more nostalgia? Well, this time it's not tyres, it's in fact a classic Williams livery from 1992. This creator has made a retro Williams livery allowing you to drive the modern day car and drivers, but with one of the team's greatest liveries of all time. The car livery of course is the main thing, but it also comes with full driver suits, gloves, caps and pit crew, giving you the full old school experience. It looks great from these pictures taken on the download page, but it looks even better when playing in game and from the showroom. From the onboard cameras all the way to the TV cameras, this is truly a stunning piece of art, and even 30 plus years later this livery would still look absolutely fantastic even on a completely different design Formula 1 car. I previously featured this mod in a video I did in late 2025, but I have to bring it back because it has now been updated for the new DLC. If you're not a fan of the current F1 game engine sounds, why not mix things up with this engine sound pack? You can choose from multiple past F1 games and classic engine sounds to have a new and dynamic experience, and the best part, this mod has now been updated for the 26 DLC cars, meaning you can now have any available engine sound on a 26 car. Take a listen to what you'll be in store for. Isn't that just incredible, man? Like, just listen to the sound of those V10s and 12s. Like, I have generally missed those engines so much in F1, and with the talk about V8s coming back in 2031, there is a bit of a chance, but we'll see which direction that goes. But let me know, guys, what engine you think sounds the best. Prox Designs has given us a very early look of what a BYD Formula 1 team could look like. For those that don't know, BYD is a Chinese electric vehicle giant in discussions to enter the sport. They're evaluating options such as creating a new 12th team from scratch, becoming an engine supplier, or even partnering with an existing team. With this mod, we get a very early concept of what an imaginary scenario would look like if this team joined, making it the 12th team on the grid, and you can do just that by adding this to your My Team. Apple is the exclusive broadcast partner for Formula 1 in the United States, and German automaker Porsche has had plans to acquire a 50% stake in Red Bull and take operational control, but ultimately abandoned their plans to join the grid and as a manufacturer. So why not mix both of these subjects together and create an F1 team? Thanks to Milk Design, who has done just that, to create Apple Porsche F1 team, featuring the option to choose between 4 custom liveries, 2 which are Apple Music styled liveries, 1 Apple Computer Edition and 1 Apple TV livery. So when you're using this in your My Team career, you could switch to another livery as if it was a special livery for a particular Grand Prix, or you could change it for every race, whatever you prefer. If you want to stick to just one livery, however, lucky for you, this mod also works with an in-game decal editor, giving you more creativity. If you want to unlock full access to this mod, however, you'll need to head over to the creator's Patreon page, where you'll need to pay for other things such as custom teamwear, garage and facilities, etc. Luckily, the team packages don't stop there, because these next 3 mods are just absolutely incredible. XJust, KR6Q and Alkai 38 all bring team packages that'll be hard to choose from. We've got the complete 2006 Renault, early 2010s Lotus and the legendary Ferrari F2004 package, and don't they look absolutely phenomenal? You have the option here to compete against Alpine with Renault using their My Team package, and while you're at it, you might as well sign Fernando Alonso in your My Team journey to complete the iconic lineup from 2 decades ago. Want a fresh looking team on the grid? Well, Lotus is back to take over Alpine and dominate the grid in this team swap package. Project Pastor Maldonado is officially underway. As Sebastian Vettel once said,
everybody's a Ferrari fan.
But how much is too much? Well, why not have 2 Ferrari teams on the grid? Have a modern day Ferrari versus a classic Ferrari from the early 2000s, and that is what the F2004 full My Team package brings. You can create your own history that no one would ever think of. A modern day Ferrari driver versus an old school Ferrari driver. The possibilities are endless, and this allows you to show the entire F1 grid who is the more superior Ferrari. Our final mod here comes from Blondin16 via Patreon, which is our only paid mod of this selection, who I also want to give a special shout out to, because since 2021 this man has always been consistently recreating liveries and skins in real time with the F1 season, and has helped me an absolute ton in my recreation videos. Blondin is my go-to creator for all the latest in real time F1 stuff, and 5 years later they're still putting out mods consistently from the F1 season. So if you want your mod to feel exactly what you see on your TVs, well, head over to Blondin's Patreon page and you can get access to all his mods from the 21 season all the way to 2026. It will cost you a few pound, but you do get access to all the mods and you can download them all and keep them for yourself. So I'd say it's definitely worth spending the few pound. So there you are, guys. There are some of the best mods you can get for F1 26 currently. Don't worry if your mod wasn't featured in this video and you feel like it should have, because I'm going to be doing this series throughout the year. So keep the mods coming, guys. Do your absolute best effort and I will showcase some in this video for everyone to hopefully go download and enjoy. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more F1 26 content like you've just watched, make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care now, guys, and I'll see you all in my next video.